Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and over here we talk reaction and reviews. All right, you guys. So if you have not yet joined the TMR family, I'm gonna ask you to do that right now. Okay, girl? Because you know you want to. Make sure you click your notification bell, so therefore every time I drop a new video, sis, you'll be the first one to know it. All right, you guys. So I'm going to need y'all to get real comfortable, okay? Because we got some stuff to talk about. So apparently, you guys, we have some breaking news, okay? So if you're not familiar, this video is going to be about my Jazzy Life. And my Jazzy Life is here on the platform. She's a single mom of 4 children, okay? So I did a video about a week ago where I was talking about my Jazzy Life. I think when she said she was moving and Philip was going to be moving with her once he gets out of jail. If you're not familiar who Philip is Jasmine's baby father of her 4 children, okay? And currently right now he is incarcerated, okay? And apparently he's expected to be released here soon, okay? So Jasmine has been doing videos of looking for a place to live for her and her 4 children, and apparently for Philip, her baby daddy, as well. So they were living together before he got incarcerated. He's been incarcerated for about 2 years now, and apparently he's getting ready to be released. Well, in that video, you guys, this morning I got a comment from a young lady who proclaims to be one of Philip's baby mothers. So I looked at the name and I was like, wow, this name looks familiar. So you guys, last year, around the springtime of last year, I did a video about Jasmine, a reaction video where she was talking about her car being repoed. It was actually her baby's father's car, Philip. His car had got repoed, and she was explaining the situation. Well, in that video, you guys, the same person that hit me up in the comments today also commented on that video, basically saying she's Philip's baby mother, blah, 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 blah. Well, you guys, to be quite honest with you, when I seen that comment, I was very new to YouTube. I really didn't know what was going on. I kind of dismissed the comment. I'm thinking to myself, oh, this might be a troll. Well, sis, okay? This young lady has reappeared again in my comment section. And, you know, she was mentioning some things about Philip. And I was like, hey, why don't you hit me up on IG? Like, we ain't got to have this conversation on YouTube, baby. We just hit me up in my DM. Needless to say, y'all, she did. And basically, y'all, I'm going to just say this. Jasmine really needs to stop talking about this man like he's the Holy Grail, okay? Now, look, y'all, I do understand that there are women out here who are in love with men who aren't necessarily in love with them. Yup, that happens, okay? Y'all, that happened to me, okay? I was just loving him so much, but he wasn't loving me the same way I was loving him. But you know what? It took a while. It took quite some time. But y'all, your girl eventually woke up, okay? Because I realized I'm giving you all of me, and you giving me a little bit of you. Child, he wasn't even giving me half. He was giving me a little bit, okay? And I knew that at the time when I was going through the motions, because of my emotions, I wasn't realizing that. But y'all, as time went on and I started maturing more, I was like, oh, hold up, boo. Yeah, this ain't what it do, okay? This ain't what it do. So apparently this lady, she says she's 24 years old. She gave me her name, and she says she is one of Philip's baby mothers. She says she has 2 of Philip's children, okay? So she sent me a picture of the children, and you guys, I'm telling you, those kids just look just like Jasmine's children. She has a son and a daughter. The son looks to be about 5 years old, and he looks just like Jasmine's 2 oldest children, okay? And then the little girl who the woman said is about 2 months she said that the children were born about 2 months before Jasmine's twins. So that little girl is either 2 or getting ready to be 2 really soon, because Jasmine's twins, I believe, were born in April. So, and that little girl looks just like Jasmine's twins. I was looking at the picture like, what? So, she proceeded to say that she has, Philip has reached out to her. He's been in communication with her. She said when he went to McKinnon County, I guess, you know, y'all, because Jasmine did a video last week where she said Philip's been transferred from prison to county jail. She said, I guess once he got there, he reached out to her and let her know that, you know, I guess his case is getting ready to, you know, settle up. And she told him at that point that she is married. She has moved on and she is pregnant by her husband. Now, if you guys remember, Jasmine did a video a couple weeks ago where she mentioned that Philip, some woman at the time, some woman, it has gotten married, and she thought she was gonna be the Mrs. Davis. I guess she meant that woman, but apparently she has moved on, and I guess she was laughing because Philip. I don't know. When I watch Jasmine, y'all, I be very confused. But this is my point. The young lady says she has moved on. And I asked her, I said, well, do you want your children to have a relationship with their siblings? Because at this point, that's very important. And she said, I most certainly do. She said, Philip and I both want this to happen. She said, but Jasmine's not going to allow it. And y'all, you know, that happens. That happens when we dealing with a man and we have children and he has children during the relationship. Yeah, we have some animosity towards those children because they didn't somehow, we get it fixed in our head that they didn't broke up a happy home. When in all actuality, baby, your animosity should be with that man. Because if Jasmine allowed herself to reunite with Philip after she knew that Philip stepped out on her and had children, then why you can't, if you accepted him, baby, you have to accept those children. They're a part of him. Okay? So, she said that Philip said in the phone call that he wanted the little boy to come live with him. And she said she was under the impression that Philip said that he was going to have his own place. Well, she said from Jasmine's video, she finds out now that that is not true. And she said, once again, Philip is still lying about things that doesn't need to be lied about. So at this point, y'all, apparently this woman has reached out to several people on YouTube that obviously has done videos on Jasmine, or reaction videos on Jasmine. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't know what's the truth, what's not the truth. But the sad part is because of Philip is the reason why Jasmine's business is being slung. Well, not just Philip, her too, because she didn't have to really tell us anything, you know, because if we didn't see Philip for a while, she could have said any old thing about Philip not being around, you know, or whatever. You know, y'all, it's sad how social media, like me personally, I just feel like, you know, Jasmine has a platform that's large and could be larger. But because of the type of stuff that she does and says on her channel, people come to Jasmine's channel just to see the next train wreck situation. They come to see what's something stupid she getting ready to say, or how you know, unclean her house may be looking, or whatever like that. Like that's what they come into her channel for. And you know, unfortunately, that's horrible. You know, at this point, she needs to rebrand herself, because Jasmine she could have potential. Like anybody can have a YouTube channel, as we can see, you know, but because she keeps bringing this fairy tale life of her and Philip, and what Jasmine's not understanding is it's making her look worse. It really, really is, you know. Y'all, like I said, I'm not the one to tell nobody to lead a man, but I would highly advise Jasmine to reevaluate her situation. And I could say that as being, you know, much older, and I have lived and learned. She really needs to reevaluate her situation with Philip. And it's just like, girl, how you gonna introduce this man back on your channel and all this silliness has been said about him? And it's not even, it's about the potential people that could come to your channel. Like, how's somebody gonna take you seriously? You know what I mean? Because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, Jasmine, people come to your channel to see the next train wreck, right? To see, like, is that really what you want your channel to be like? Girl, you need to get it together. quick. And I said, well, I mean, you know, I don't know. I said, honey, based off her video, she claims that Philip is going to be coming to live with her. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just telling her that to buy him some time. Maybe Philip has some plans that Jasmine doesn't even know anything about, you know. But what I found very peculiar, you guys, is this woman says that Philip has 10 children. He has the 4 with Jasmine. He has the 2 with her, the baby mama that I was in contact with. And then he has 4 other, 4 other children. And those 4 children are by 4 different women. Now, we do know that Jasmine says many, many times, and has said many, many times, that her and Philip been together 16 years. Like, I guess since she was like 12 or 13 years old. Well, in that time, Jasmine, he has managed to have 6 children within y'all 16 years of being together. So, you know, at this point, I don't think I would keep saying that. Y'all, let me tell you something. This is the part that bothers me. You have a lot of women like Jasmine who really feels like it takes a man to complete them. Now, I do understand she's in love with that man, and she's in love with that man for her own reasons. At the end of the day, honey, we're not in their intimate relationship. But what Jasmine has to understand, and that's not just Jasmine, that's any woman that's currently going through what Jasmine is going through, baby, first and foremost, you have to love yourself first. Like, y'all, I don't know how else to say that. If this man, you know, can't respect the fact that you are being with him, being a mother to his children, why are you respecting him to be faithful to you when he's not? You know, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Jasmine claims that she needs so much help. It's so hard being a single mom. But Jasmine has single-handedly, since that man has been incarcerated and out of her life, she has single-handedly grown her channel well over 20,000 subscribers. She did that by herself. Yeah, Jasmine, you didn't need Philip for that. You managed to hold that channel down while he was incarcerated. You know, Jasmine and Philip moved a lot. They had a lot of financial problems. But Jasmine, you have managed to hold down an apartment for 1 year by yourself, paying that rent by yourself. So you keep saying what you can't do, but obviously, honey, you most definitely can because you've been doing it. But you, to me, Jasmine is so used to Philip controlling her that he literally it's been controlling her from the jail, making her think that she can't do what she already most definitely has been doing for 2 years all on her own. Like, Jazz, at the end of the day, baby, you have to give yourself more credit than what you do. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am never one to tell somebody to lead a man. Baby, that's not my job. But what I will tell you, Jasmine, or any other woman that's living her current situation, you need to wake up. At the end of the day, if I was Jasmine, there's no way that I would allow Philip to come to my home, the home that you managed to acquire all by yourself. Okay? If anything, Jasmine, let that man show you that he truly wants to be a father to those children and a good man to you. You allowing that man to run back in your home as soon as he leaves the jail is not showing him anything than what he's already know. That it doesn't matter what he do, you will most definitely keep taking him back. Like, if you don't stand for something, ladies, you most definitely will fall for any and everything. The young lady also said in the message that when they were living in Corpus Cove, they were living in Corpus Cove, that Philip bought her an apartment or rented an apartment for her in Killeen. And she said she lived there for 8 months before she left and moved back to, she said she's currently living in Iowa before she moved back to Iowa. You know, I will say this. I understand that woman being in contact with Philip because he is the father to her children. But I do commend her for moving on and unlike Jasmine realizing that this man don't mean anything to her, I would hope that when she does conversate with Philip, it's truly about the children and nothing more, nothing less. I hope that the man that she's married to is honoring her, and I pray that she's honoring him as the same too. She says she's currently pregnant, due with the baby by her husband, and y'all, it's just sad that Jasmine has a platform as large as she has it, and she keeps putting this type of information out there. It's just, y'all, it makes women, not just black women, but it makes women in general look bad. Every woman can get cheated on. Don't matter what color, creed, or nationality that you are. And I just feel like Jasmine's channel, when she goes on her, and again, y'all, I understand she says she vlogs her real life. She doesn't hide anything. Well, Jasmine, you probably should hide a little bit, because to be quite honest with you, baby, that man that you are loving so much is making you look like an entire fool. And I wish that you or somebody that's close to you would make you realize that. At the end of the day, Jasmine, or any other woman out here, you have to realize, baby, that you are most definitely worth more than that. If this man truly loved you, Jasmine, he would not have had 6 additional children while he was trying to have a relationship with you. He most definitely wouldn't. And y'all, that's just the women he's actually impregnated. That's not including the women that he's probably had contact with and didn't impregnate, all on Jasmine's back. But Jasmine keeps coming on her channel talking about this man like he's the holy grail, and he most definitely is not. Based off what she has said and based off what this other baby mama has said. Jasmine, at the end of the day, you have to woman up. You have to accept the fact that your man or your baby daddy has 6 other kids out here that are most definitely siblings to your children. And what you would want to do is you would want those kids all to have a relationship, because at the end of the day, the kids didn't have anything to do with who y'all chose to lay up with. Yeah, they didn't have anything to do with that, and they shouldn't have to be threatened by that or influenced by that behavior. Those kids should be raised up to love their siblings no matter who their mamas are, okay? Most definitely. Y'all, I'm telling you, Jasmine needs to really rebrand herself at this point. She really needs to rebrand herself. But you know what? It's unfortunate. Jasmine is the only person that can really say when enough is enough. I can react all day long. You can react all day long. Y'all, we can send her emails, DMs, conversations. Yeah, but at the end of the day, she's the only one that can really say enough is enough. And I hope she comes to that realization, because, honey, at the end of the day, I want each and every woman to win. I don't want to see women being dogged out. And when I look at Jasmine and I listen to her, y'all, it reminds me of how I was years ago. I was so in love with a man that I couldn't even see straight, right? I couldn't, he couldn't do no wrong. And you guys, it took a while, but one day I woke up, this woman said, you guys, that Philip was paying her rent. Now, I don't know how true that was, but I don't understand why she would lie about that, But I do remember watching Jasmine's older videos where they struggled a lot with their finances. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why is y'all struggling with these finances? Oh, okay, because he's taking the money and paying rent somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? And from what it sounds like is when him and Jasmine falls out, he ran over there with that woman. And then when him and that woman fell out, then he ran over there with Jasmine. And at one time, both of them was allowing this man's illicit behavior, and is the reason why he continued on to have that behavior. Now, is she the woman that was a part of the whole reason why Philip went to jail? I don't know, y'all. I didn't ask that question. she did enough by just talking to me. We talked for a very short period of time, and I appreciate her reaching out to me. And I want to say this wholeheartedly. Even if this is a true story, like if this truly is Philip's baby mama, like I said, y'all, she sent me a picture of the kids. Now, I don't know where that picture would have came from, but once she sent me that picture, I really, truly felt like this woman was who she is. And like I said, y'all, it's the same name that reached out to me last year. Around this time last year, it was around February or March of last year. It was the same exact woman, same name, and I just think she feels like, she has animosity towards Jasmine. Jasmine has animosity towards her. When they have an animosity towards the wrong people, y'all need to have animosity towards the person who brought y'all together, which is Philip. That's who y'all need to have animosity with, but it's unfortunate that, a lot of women don't see that. Y'all, we get mad at the other baby mama like they done did something wrong. Well, at the end of the day, honey, the man that you laid up with is the one that owes you the respect and dignity, not this woman, okay? No, not her, because you're not dating her. You're dating him, or you're married to him, okay? So once we start understanding that as a woman, things will change for us, And I would hope that Jasmine pulls herself together and becomes stronger, y'all. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. At this point, the only thing you can do for Jasmine is pray for her, because you know what? Jasmine is raising 3 daughters. You're raising 3 daughters, and girl, don't you want better for your children? Don't you realize at some point that Philip really did dog you out? Like, you don't get that, baby? You don't understand that this man said he loved you and was laying up with somebody else, making children? You don't understand that? You guys, I watched Jasmine's live the other day. I think she did a live Friday where she said that her and Philip had discussed that they were never going to break up. They were always going to be together because they wanted their children to be raised, in a 2-parent household. Well, honey, yeah. She said, well, apparently, as y'all see, that didn't happen because he went to jail. Well, not only that, Jasmine, he also stepped out on your relationship several times, at least 6 times, okay? Because you said y'all been together for 16 years, and he has a total of 10 children, and 4 of them are yours, and 6 of them are not. So even if y'all broke up during that time, once y'all did break up, and a child was produced in another relationship, and then you guys decided to get back together, Jasmine, just like you took him back, you accepted him, baby, you most definitely got to accept the children because they are a part of him. All right, you guys, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I found it very interesting that this woman, at the end of the day, you guys, this is social media. And that's, I'm not saying that Jasmine should be afraid to speak on her channel or talk about what she needs to talk about. And what Jasmine most definitely needs to understand is everybody has a story and an experience with her baby daddy, not just her. Until the next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Remember, you guys, sub what you love. Bye-bye.